Okay, so I've got the gold ring here, which is 22 carats, and it weighs 2.48 grams. She wants it bring down to 14 carats so it can roughly colour match an existing ring, what she's got, because this will be accompanying it on her finger. So basically you just need to calculate, well, 22 carats is equal to 916 parts, and 14 carat is equal to 583 parts. So we need 333 parts of silver or alloying metal added to bring it down to 14 carats. So we can work that out by taking the weight calculation of 2.48 grams divided by 100 times by 33.3, which is equal to 0.82584. Round up, need to add 0.83 grams of silver, and probably going to add a bit of copper in there just to keep the yellow so it doesn't turn too pale with the silver being added to it. Don't want it looking like white gold. So I've got my scale here. That's the rate, 2.48. So I'm just going to put a bit of scrap silver, 0.63, 0.83. Okay, I'm going to make up the percent with a bit of copper as well. 0.83, 0.88, chop a bit off that. I'm going to add a little bit more just for the sake of any material burning off, which usually happens when you're alloying metals or casting. You get some burn off, so in fact you'll usually get less than the actual intended, you get less than what you're weighing out before you melt it, because you get some burn off every time you melt the metal. So I'm going to add 0.85, yeah, why not? So I've never actually alloyed gold before, so this is going to be interesting. No, with steel and silver and such, you know, it's got copper in it, and I guess this would be in larger quantities more, but the copper's obviously got a higher melting point than the silver does. So when you're alloying metals, you need to melt the higher melting point metal first, and then add the lower melting point metal to it. Naturally, because you're not going to get the temperatures right and it's not going to alloy together properly. So I think, I can't remember what gold melting temperature is, but it's pretty high. I think just for the sake of this, there's only a little bit of copper in here. I think with the rest of the heat surrounding it, it'll probably melt within it. We'll see, it'll kind of be an experiment. And I'll add the silver in once the gold's melted along with the copper. So I'll chuck this silver in when it's liquidous. Borax here, just sprinkle that on to help clean the metal when it melts. Cool. Sort of span around then. Pretty wicked. When the silver fully fused with the gold, it just sort of like did this really cool rotation, oscillated sort of thing in all the flux. Yeah, cool. That looks like it's come out really smooth and nice. So yeah, dig it out. It's cooled now, so I'll dig out the flux before it sets in there. Nice little coffee bean size bit of gold.